Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimad Varavara Munaye Namaha, Srimad Lokarya Mahagurave Namaha. Yelle Ilangaliye Inna Murangudiyo. 15th Pasuram of Thiruppāvai. Āṇḍāḻ wakes up a Gopika who exhibits the characteristics of a true Srivaishnava by taking the blame on herself even when the fault may not be hers. This Gopika says, Naneda Nayidaga, may I be the one that committed the offense. Here, when waking up the Gopika who's sleeping inside, Āṇḍāḻ says, Vallai ni podai. Oh, may you come swiftly. Come swiftly. When there are Sri Vaishnavas waiting for you outside, can you be separated from them even for a split second? So please wake up right away. In this context, the commentator recalls the words of someone called Subramanya Bhattar. This Subramanya Bhattar always wanted to be associated with Sri Vaishnavas. Just like how Āṇḍāḻ says, Oh, Gopika, how can you be separated from them even for a split second? This Subramanya Bhattar did not want to take a stance against Sri Vaishnavas even for a split second. So who is this Subramanya Bhattar? He was the royal astrologer and some sort of a minister for the Chola king at the time. He respected Swami Ramanuja a lot. He was also very attached to the Sri Vaishnavas. Once, when there was an argument between Sri Vaishnavas and others in Srirangam, the king asked Subramanya Bhattar to listen to both sides and resolve the conflict. But then Subramanya Bhattar felt like if he was given the job of resolving the conflict, then for the duration of the discussion and the decision, he would have to be impartial to both sides. He would have to listen to both of them, the side of the Sri Vaishnavas and the side of the others. But Subramanya Bhattar felt like because of his affection and attachment to the Sri Vaishnavas, he wanted to be partial to them. He did not want to be impartial. So he did not want to take a stance even for a short duration and refused the king's request to mediate the discussion. This shows that we have to always have respect, affection and attachment to Sri Vaishnavas. The next Ithihyam for this Pasuram is on the phrase Unakkenna Verudayai. When waking up the Gopika in this Pasuram, Āṇḍāḻ asks her, when everyone else wants to have Krishna Anubhavam along with the other Bhagavatas, are you wishing to enjoy Krishna alone? So that's the question. Unakkenna Verudayai. Why do you have a separate wish and way? An Ithihyam is mentioned in this context. During the time of Ramanuja, there was a Shaivite king who did not have tolerance for Sri Vaishnavas. We know that story. He forced everyone to sign that there is no God superior to Shiva. He wanted to ask Ramanuja to do it as well. So he sent word for Ramanuja to come to the court. Koorathazhwan caught wind of this and he feared that some harm may come upon Ramanuja. So he sent Swami Ramanuja away to Karnataka in disguise, and Koorathazhwan instead wore the saffron sannyasi garment. He took Ramanuja's tridandham, the 3 sticks, and went to the king's court. When the king asked Koorathazhwan to sign that there was no God superior to Shiva, Arvan presented his arguments with proof from the Shastras as to why the king was wrong and that Sriman Narayana is the supreme deity. The king was very angered by this and asked Koorathazhwan's eyes to be plucked out. In response, Koorathazhwan did not even want the king's soldiers to touch him or touch his eyes, so he plucked them out himself. And then after this, he returned to Srirangam. Now the king was further angered by this and ordered that Ramanuja or his Sishyas, neither of them, should enter the Srirangam temple. And he also went to the extent of placing guards in the temple entrance to monitor this. Arvan did not know any of this. He did not know about the king's order. He went to Srirangam to have the Sevai of Periya Perumal Ranganatha. One of the guards stopped Koorathazhwan per the orders of the king. He said, Hey Koorathazhwan, you cannot enter the temple. That's the order of the king. Now there was another guard And this guard said, hey, don't stop this guy, man. Āṇḍāḻ, he should be let inside despite being Ramanuja's Shishya. You know why? Because he's a good man. He was calm, composed, poised. He has control of his mind and emotions. So we should let him in. Now, when Āṇḍāḻ heard this, what do you think his reaction would have been? If it was us, what would our reaction be? Oh, this person is praising me. He says I have all these good characteristics. And I also want to go inside the temple and have the Sevai of Periya Perumal. So we would enter, right? But not koorathazhwan. When Āṇḍāḻ heard this, he mentioned that his calmness and composure were a result of the association with Acharya. Now, if these same qualities were the reason why his association and relationship with Acharya was ignored, and instead he was being let inside the temple when the orders were against the Sishyas to be let inside, he did not want that. He declared that rather than entering the temple due to him being calm and composed, he would rather not enter the temple due to him being Ramanuja's Shishya. He valued that more than anything. So he returned without entering, and then even eventually left Srirangam for a period of time and lived in this place called Tirumaliranjolai near Madurai. This Ithihyam shows that we should cherish our relationship with our Acharya more than anything and consider all the good qualities that we have as a result of the blessings of our Acharya. Āṇḍāள் Empirmanar Jiyar Thiruvadigalē Sharanam.